Well, hello, and welcome to my channel, Kim Pins, where I do Pinterest crafts so you don't have to do it yourself and find out whether it's worth it or not. Just watch this video, and I will let you know. So, what are we doing today? Well, 'tis the season to be spooky, and I got some big ween energy. So what we're going to be doing for this first video is a few Halloween decor crafts that I found on Pinterest that I want in my home. Maybe you want it in your home too. I don't know. Maybe you're never going to do it. Maybe you just watch this because I'm a delight. There is no wrong answer here. So what we're going to do is a few crafts that I found that I want to try out, and I'm going to talk you through the steps. I'll show you what I got for it, and maybe I'll sprinkle in a little bit of other stuff here and there. I don't know. You have to watch and find out. So the first one I'm going to do, I actually am going to do it on a mason jar, but the actual pin itself is on a vase that's from the Dollar Tree that I do have a little behind the scenes magic, mischief, trick or treats. I don't know. 'Tis the season, right? So I filmed me doing that part, and what had happened was it wasn't actually filming. So you'll see that vase come back in later in the video. You will also see it when I post my pictures of the things that you need to do this craft. You're going to see that vase in there. But for this segment right here, right now, we are going to be doing a mason jar. You could really do either, up to your own personal preference, as long as it's glass, right? So what we are going to need is right up here on the screen, maybe up here on the screen. I don't know. It's on my screen. Hopefully. We'll see how the editing goes. And I'm gonna go plug my glue gun in, and then we're gonna be right back here to do this craft. So let me drink some water, stay hydrated. The first step for this, so what we're gonna be doing is a little spiderweb vase. The first step that you want to do is draw on your spider webs with your Sharpie so you're able to trace it with the glue gun. Let's do this. Take two. Okay, so I'm gonna put my webs wherever the hell I want, right? Because it's my craft, I can do it. I'm gonna start down here. Do a little half circle. You wanna do it like you're doing a sun. So we'll go out. Varying lengths on here, because spider webs aren't perfect circles. They gotta build them wherever they can. I had this one spider over the summer trying to build one on my patio. And I was like, hey man, that might be a bad spot for you. I want you to live your life. I want you to eat all these mosquitoes. So we just took him, or her, I don't know, could be either, and relocated that little guy to a nearby tree. Because also, I'm arachnophobic. I know it's irrational. They're not going to hurt us, but there's just something about spiders that I'm just not about. So I did not want to continue to watch that spider. We were enjoying a nice night on our patio. I didn't want to keep watching that spider build its web. It is, fascinating to a point, but there's just something about the way that they move that makes me want to vom a little bit. So I had my husband relocate that little guy to a tree nearby where no one was going to be knocking down the web. Just trying to help out nature, and eat lots of mosquitoes in my backyard. Thank you. I don't think it stayed there permanently, but when we relocated, it was like, okay, I'll build my web here. That's cool. But I don't think it's still there. So this part doesn't have to be drawn absolutely perfectly. It's more of just a guide for your glue gun. Who doesn't love a good glue gun craft, am I right? So there's my first one, and then I'll put another one, I don't know, back here. Why not, right? I'm gonna make this one nice and big, because I got a lot of real estate at the back of this jar. So, now that we've got our webs drawn, we are going to trace over that with the hot glue so that it kind of raises it, so you can see it when you've spray painted over it. So my hot glue gun's over here. I like to put my hot glue gun on a plate so I don't ruin my spooky tablecloth. Maybe don't do a drinking game and drink every time I say spooky. Or drink responsibly, please. Thank you. So here we go. This is the little bit of a nerve-wracking part because glue. I maybe did too many webs on this one. Got a little, because those webs you draw, you're gonna have to trace with hot glue. Okay, so here is my first one done. It's kind of hard to see, but you can maybe see it raised up on there. But once you spray paint over it, it's going to be very easy to see. Let me just reach what I'm hoping is off camera and get another glue stick ready here. So I'm going to do my other web. Here at Kim Pins, I'm not just all about crafts. I like a lot of other things too. Oh, son of a biscuit. I just touched my web. I think it's fine. It's mostly dry. Other things I enjoy is movie and TV. Which really, who doesn't? Do y'all know anybody who just, doesn't like any movies or any TV? And it's just I'm not going to waste my time with that nonsense. So, one show that my husband and I have gotten into recently is on AppleTV, which if I could just do a slight rant about AppleTV and their, not their original content. This show is an original content show and it's fantastic. I've heard good things about their other original content, but more their just streaming model. So you get Apple TV, which you have to pay for. And then you go on there and all of their suggestions are movies you can rent. I'm okay. Or other TV shows that you can watch on other streaming services. And I'm I don't need a streaming service to tell me what I can watch on other streaming services. Because, for one, I have the internet, and that can tell me just fine. And for two, there's too many. I don't need a subscription to everything. I got my Netflix, I got my HBO, we have Hulu. I'm good. We have Disney Plus as well, but honestly, if I did not have stepchildren, and they didn't have The Mandalorian, I do love me some Baby Yoda, I wouldn't have Disney Plus. Anyway, Apple TV. They have this show called Ted Lasso, which is about an American college football coach who gets hired to be a soccer coach over in the UK. Everywhere else in the world where it is known as football. And it's funny because it's it's the wrong football. And it's, a classic fish out of water for the first episode or so. And really, so my husband had started watching it. Here's how I ended up with Apple TV. We got a free subscription when we bought our new phones this summer. So if it hadn't have been for that, I probably wouldn't have even bothered. But you got me, Apple. You got me. As if you didn't have me enough with all of my Apple products in my house. This is not sponsored by Apple, by the way. So he went into it and just whatever, I'll watch this, kind of low expectations. And then he watched the first episode by himself. And then he was I think you'd really like this. Do you want to watch it with me? And I was yeah, fine, whatever. We watch a lot of stuff together and really hold true to that don't watch it without me thing. Guys, let me tell you, this show is so funny, and it's so well written, and it's so heartwarming as well. Ted Lasso is a fantastic character, and that's really what gets you on shows. It's the characters. It's not the situations that they're in, because there's only so many ridiculous situations that you can put a character in to survive many, many seasons. So Also, it's so funny. It is so funny. And I don't know if that's because I'm a big fan of British TV. My guess is not, because my husband is not as big of a fan of British TV as I am. So it's so funny. And the characters are great. It's so heartwarming. It's just like Ted Lasso is just a great character, someone that you really root for. And it's really well written. It's funny. Go watch it. It is a show that comes out weekly, but at the time that I'm filming this, there's only one more episode to come out next week. By the time this is posted, I'm sure it'll be all there for you to binge. So I highly recommend going to do that. But yeah, go watch Ted Lasso. Go watch it. It's so funny. And honestly, at this point, even though I'm so annoyed with how Apple has structured their Apple TV, but at this point, like, I'm gonna be subscribing to Apple TV to continue to watch Ted Lasso. Yeah, Apple, you got me. You got me like you always get me, but you got me with Ted Lasso. I highly recommend it for you guys. All right, I've rambled about Ted Lasso for long enough. My spider webs are all glued on here. So the next step is to go paint this. So I'm gonna go out to my garage because it's not safe to paint inside a room. And we're back. We're back with our vase. I've painted it. It is mostly dry and it's back to the vase. No more mason jar, but I'll probably finish that one too because I've got some extra materials and you know, why not? It's got the glue on it, right? So this is what it looks like painted. Ooh, very spooky. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some little plastic spiders and just glue them on. The ones I have are these guys. Might not be able to see them, but they used to be little plastic rings and I just cut the ring part off. I like their little jeweled butts. So we're gonna use these. We're gonna hot glue them on. I'm gonna see how that goes and let you know. The blog post said to hot glue them, but I also have some industrial glue, so if that eventually ends up being what I use, I will let you all know. So yeah, let's glue these guys on. I'm gonna, I think maybe start on a web and see, because I think the glue for one is gonna stick better to the glue itself. But yeah, let's just see. We'll get my glue gun over here, put a little glue on this guy. It's hot. Oh no, it burns us. I like to make my crafts talk. You'll find that out about me. Let's do, ooh, you know what? I'm going to do the green and the red because green and red are complementary colors. Oh wait, but does that make it look too Christmassy? That might make it look too Christmassy. So I'm going to do the green and the purple and the orange and the red. It's going to be little friends. I'm going to say they're friends and not like about to fight over this web, because I think generally spiders don't live in each other's webs. So if there's two spiders on this web, they're probably about to throw down. Maybe. Again, I don't know so much about actual spider behavior, but that's what I think. And again, I think on the tutorial, she just kind of has spiders wherever. I'm putting them on the webs. You can put yours wherever, because again, do you, boo-boo? That's the best part about DIY. If something doesn't work for you, make it work for you. Am I right? I'm also not great at following instructions to a T, unless it's baking. But even then, I kind of go a little rogue sometimes. So I got some glue on my vase, so I'm going to kind of take that off before it gets too stuck on there. Although again, any excess glue is just like, it's spider webs. And my little orange guy. I need to get a better hot glue gun. This is the Target one, and you know, it's worked. It has done the job for a number of years. But there are other hot glue guns that could do the job. So maybe try to invest in that. And then we got one more, my red guy. String and glue. Okay, there is our finished vase. I'm a big fan. I don't know how y'all feel about it. If you're not a big fan, don't make it for your house then. That's fine. Or, you know, probably make it as a gift for someone who loves spooky in your life. Who doesn't love spooky? Just the word. I'm like a big fan of it. I'm sure everyone in my life is sick of me saying it, even at this point. So, but you know, whatever. I'm sure y'all will get sick of it too. So yeah, here is our first craft done. I'm gonna rate these. So first off, my first category, I'm gonna go with ease of following the instructions, and I'm gonna rate that 5 out of 5. Super easy. It wasn't the way that the blog was laid out. It was pictures and some words. I tend to be able to follow pictures. If you're a big words person and you want to read like step by step, it's probably going to be somewhere in the middle for you. But I rate it 5 out of 5. These webs were super easy to draw. The tracing was a little difficult, but overall, not a hard craft. Likability, like how much do I like this, and now I'm going to use it in my home. I'm going to give it another 5 out of 5. I'm going to definitely incorporate this into my Halloween decor this year. Maybe put some spooky flowers in it or some normal flowers. I also have an abundance of fake flowers left over from the wedding because I couldn't get real ones. 2020's been a blast. So yeah, I will definitely be using this in my Halloween decor. Affordability, I'm gonna put this again at a 5 out of 5. This vase was $1. The black spray paint I think was like $8 for the can, but I'm gonna use that for other crafts. I will definitely spread that cost out amongst other ones. The hot glue and glue gun I had. If you don't have a hot glue gun, this one from Target is pretty cheap, but you know, it shows its cheapness, so you know, you get what you pay for. But I have had it for years and it's been doing all the jobs I need it to do. And then I think the spider rings I got for like $1. You can get them at the Dollar Tree as well. So overall, pretty cheap craft. So yeah, I guess this gets like a 10 out of 10, even though I've been using a 5-point scale. Okay, we're here at the end. We have our finished product. We did it together, maybe. I don't know, maybe you just watched me. Thank you so much for watching my video and joining me here on my channel. Come back every week, more content, more Halloween DIYs to come. We've got some decor coming up, like I mentioned. I pulled together a few different projects for us to do. We have some snacks and some Halloween treats and some other fun Halloween surprises. And then after we're through Halloween season, I've got lots of other content coming for you guys. So come back here. I plan on publishing videos every Thursday, but that's the plan. So don't miss it. Like, subscribe, share, and I hope to see you back here. Thanks.